Picture this. The year is 1250 BC. Thebes is the most powerful city on earth. Pharaoh Ramesses II rules an empire stretching from Syria to Sudan. Temples tower over the skyline. Tombs fill the Valley of the Kings. But what was it actually like to live here? Not as a pharaoh, but as an ordinary person. Using archaeological evidence and historical records, we've reconstructed 24 hours in ancient Egypt. Not the gold, not the monuments, the real Egypt. Bread, beer, mud, the Nile. From dawn to midnight. Let's step back 3,300 years. The sun rises over the Nile. The river turns from black to gold. For the people here, the Nile is everything. Water, food, highway, calendar, God. It's harvest season. Farmers move into the fields. Fishermen push papyrus boats into the water. Tilapia, Nile perch. Fish that will be in the markets by midday. Women walk down to the river with clay jars balanced on their heads. Every drop of water must be carried home. No pipes, no wells, just the river. Everything grows because of this flood. Miss the flood, and Egypt starves. Too much flood, and entire villages disappear. Priests measure the water levels obsessively, because one number decides whether Egypt will feast or famine. By morning, the city of Thebes is awake. On the east bank of the Nile, the temples of Karnak and Luxor rise like stone mountains. Inside Karnak, the most important ritual of the day begins. The high priest enters the sanctuary of Amun-Ra. Before sunrise, he has already purified himself. Bathed, shaved his entire body. Dressed in pure white linen, he breaks the clay seal on the shrine. Inside sits the statue of the god, gold, lapis lazuli, only 2 feet tall. But to Egyptians, this is the god. The priest washes it, dresses it, anoints it with oil, then places offerings before it. Bread, beer, meat, fruit. The god consumes the spiritual essence. The priests eat the rest. These rituals happen every day, morning, noon, evening. Because if the gods are neglected, cosmic order collapses. Outside the temples, work begins. Farmers harvest wheat with sickles. Potters spin clay wheels. Stonecutters hammer statues from limestone. But imagine you're working somewhere else. A construction site. A new temple for Ramesses II. Hundreds of men drag stone blocks across the sand. Wooden sledges scrape forward. Water is poured in front of the runners to reduce friction. Overseers shout. Teams compete. The work is brutal. But most workers are not slaves. They are paid in rations, bread, beer, oil, sometimes meat. And there is pride here, because these monuments are meant to last forever. And somehow, many of them did. By noon, the heat becomes unbearable. Work stops. People gather in the shade. And everyone eats the same thing, bread. Bread is Egypt. Ground wheat baked in clay ovens. Eaten at every meal. Often dipped in beer. Egyptian beer is thick, nutritious, barely alcoholic. Children drink it. Workers drink it. Even priests drink it. If you're lucky, you add onions, garlic, maybe dried fish. Meat is rare. Most Egyptians eat it only during festivals, but bread and beer, every day. While workers rest in the shade, Pharaoh Ramesses II sits in his palace. To Egyptians, he isn't just a ruler. He is a living god, the son of Ra, the embodiment of Horus. Inside the audience hall, officials present reports. Gold shipments from Nubia, military updates from Syria, tax records from Upper Egypt, construction progress, land disputes. The pharaoh decides everything. His word is absolute, because if he fails to maintain Ma'at, cosmic order, the Nile stops flooding, the sun stops rising, and Egypt falls into chaos. As the sun sets, workers return to their homes. Mud brick houses, flat roofs, Small rooms, few windows. Inside, families prepare dinner. Bread again, beer again, maybe vegetables. Children play in the street. Education is rare, unless you become a scribe. Scribes are the elite. They write while everyone else sweats. One Egyptian text even mocks other jobs. The farmer cries louder than a raven. Scribes live in comfort. After dark, the village grows quiet. No lamps, no electricity, just moonlight. People stay inside. Outside are wild animals, bandits, and spirits. Families pray to household gods. Bes, protector of children. Taweret, goddess of childbirth. Because life is fragile. Nearly 1 in 3 children will die before age 5. Disease, accidents, malnutrition. So people pray and hope. If they live a good life, their heart will be weighed after death against the feather of truth. If it balances, they enter the field of reeds, a perfect version of Egypt, where the harvest never fails and the beer never runs out. That was a day in ancient Egypt, not the pyramids, not the treasure, the real Egypt. Bread, beer, mud, and the Nile. A civilization that lasted 3,000 years, longer than almost any empire in history. They built monuments for eternity, and somehow many of them are still standing.